Welcome back to our Coventry City crew mode, episode number 34, and today we have got our second leg of the Europa League qualification round. We win that easily. Well, you know, we will win this. I mean, we won the first leg, and as you see, obviously we do win the second leg against, you know, this Swedish team, I think it was. But anyway, it was deadline day, and no happened. So, you know, to be fair, you didn't really miss out, guys. I spent all my money. I wasted it all on, you know, drugs and hookers, and, you know, I didn't have any money to spend for any players. But the thing is, I was kind of sorted before deadline day anyway, so I wasn't too bothered. I mean, I was trying to sign one more player. I think it's Adamer from, obviously, the old young Barca player who obviously is at Aston Villa now. He's 78 in this career mode. I was trying to sign him, but I just didn't have enough money. And, you know, in the end, I couldn't afford him, obviously. But anyway, first game of the episode was against Swansea City at Wales at the Liberty Stadium. And we would actually have the first chance, actually. Dele Alli, you know, I was trying to use his long-range shots he has, but, you know, didn't really work out in the end. And then that bloody chance, I mean, the aids on that. I mean, hit the crossbar, hit the player's head. I nearly went in, but, you know, sometimes you need a bit of luck, and, you know, in that case, it didn't happen. But, to be fair, first half, it was all us, really. You know, we had them 3 chances there. And we were just unlucky not to score, really. Jordan Rhodes having the third one. And then it was Swansea's time to have a chance. First of theirs in the second half. And to be fair, Swansea came out a bit better second half. You know, there was kind of pressuring me a lot. And, you know, there was doing very well. And as you see here, quite, you know, middle of the half, as you see, Jordi Classy, the old Southampton player, obviously moved to Swansea in this career mode. Scored a good goal. You know, Charles Cook didn't have, you know, much chance with that. I mean, I stood off him a bit, which I'm not really glad about anymore. I mean, I should have really gone to him. To be fair, I didn't know Jordi Classy had a good shot on him like that. But, you know, I'm thinking now, if you give him time and you give him just easy shots like that, you know, he's going to score. And as you see, he gets his first goal of the season and obviously makes it 1-0. So, you know, I didn't really want to lose this game. I didn't really want to draw. I expected to win. And as you see there, we come close again. It was just the story of our life, this game, coming close. Could make a lot of jokes about that, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, we just couldn't break the deadlock. It was so frustrating. And as you see here, another chance for us. We just couldn't do all about it. And you know, this game did end up with us losing, which was so frustrating. But you know, Swansea did have a chance quite late on to make it 2-0. Luckily, you know, our goalkeeper Charles Cook saved that, and that was it. The referee blew the full-time whistle, and that was it. But anyway, moves on to training. Now with training, I've decided to actually swap the players out. I decided to put, obviously, the players that are in now are actually still young, but I was kind of doing more of my youngsters and like kind of lower rated, well, even younger players that are lower rated, because I thought, you know, I might as well grow them. But now I'm thinking, well, I'm off for the league this year, so I want to, you know, kind of grow my younger players that I started. If I can get them higher rated, then it'll help me win more games. But anyway, Europa League, we was in there finally after beating that Swedish team, and we was against an Irish team called St. Pat's first up, and we beat them 3-0 easily. So, you know, obviously not a good team. I mean, none of the teams that come from Ireland are very good. It's kind of the same with Scotland. There's only really Celtic and maybe Aberdeen, but apart from that, you know, you don't get a lot of good teams from Canada. I'm wondering if there's like a league in Wales. You know, obviously, you don't really see that or hear a lot about it on, you know, TV. To be fair, you only hear about the Scottish league on TV because obviously Sky cover that. But I mean, the Irish league aren't on TV at all. So I wonder if there's a Welsh league, because I quite obviously like that on the game if there is one. But anyway, it was against Man City in our second game at the Etihad, and I see we came close again. Not a lot of action in the first half, but you know, Benzema, who Man City have bought on this career mode, was causing me a bit of problems. You know, he was always running behind, which is, you know, weird because he normally doesn't do that very much at Real Madrid. But yeah, it was kind of causing me problems. But you see, you know, it's quite even, I thought, this game, to be fair. You know, we both had quite equal chances. To be fair, if you'd say, at this point, their team would be winning, I thought it'd be me, because to be fair, I did have a few more. But I see Jesus Navas, he had a chance here down the right. A good save by Charles Cook again, keeping us in it. But then, 90th minute, Sergio Aguero! Yeah, Aguero scored. So, you know, again, another stupid goal to let in. Goalkeeper couldn't do what about it, too much of a good strike, and just so frustrating to let a goal in that late, and it's so annoying as well. I mean, come on guys, just defend for one last thing. It's just so frustrating to let in a goal like that. I see Aguero gets his flipping 11th goal of the season, which is mad. But, you know, that's full time and we lost 1-0 again. So far, you know, 2 league games and 0 points. And, you know, obviously you don't expect to, you know, kind of win or draw against Man City away. But I expected to get some points against Swansea, which was a bit frustrating. But anyway, we had actually Hull City in the cup, the Capital One Cup. And as you see, we do win that 2-1 in the end. We had to go into extra time. Jordan Rhodes getting the extra time goal. But we actually had in the league as well. We did win them obviously at home 1-0. And we also had Derby in the league as well, which we also won 1-0. Because obviously, guys, I'm going to be simming home games. The easy home games, I think, is so obviously Derby, Hull City, you know, teams like that. Even though obviously I support Hull City and I don't want to say, you know, Hull City's an easy team, realism is we are, so you know, it's a bit annoying. But anyway, you know, we get an injured player here, which is even more annoying. Scudder, he will be out for 8 weeks, which is, you know, kind of crap because he is young, he's a good defender, and to be fair, that meant I'd have to, you know, put some, you know, different players in. But anyway, it was against another team in our Europa League, and it was a Dutch team called SC Heerenveen, I think that's how you say it, not a clue, Heerenveen, something like that. But yeah, I don't know if this team was good or not. I mean, they got into the Europa League, so they've been alright. But as you see, they actually, you know, won the ball back quite early on from the kickoff. They went on the field, played a lovely ball into that striker, and he finished it off. So I was thinking, friggin' hell, I mean, this episode can't get any worse, losing 2 games already. But I mean, we've gone down in the flipping 4th minute. I was thinking, friggin' hell, I mean, this episode is going downhill, and it's gone downhill very quickly from the start. And I mean, I was thinking to myself, I can't lose this game, because I don't think I've gone through an episode where I've lost all the games I've played. I just don't think it's ever happened. And to be fair, it's quite embarrassing when that does happen, but you know, and I you know, kind of lived that yet. So, you know, but there was, you know, after that, we were putting a bit of pressure on him. We were trying to get a goal, and as you see here, we do finally score. Olorari, I think that's how I say it. I'm so shit with names, like kind of new players. I had to hear like people say them. I think that's obviously what people prefer to do. But yeah, our Belgian striker did have a nice run there and finished it off nicely. So obviously he gets his first goal in the Europa League. He's stepped up a bit lately because the first few games I played with him, I didn't like him that much. But you know, Jordan Rhodes last season scored so many goals in the first half of the season, then went shit second half. So I decided to get a new striker, and to be fair, this guy was shit kind of early on, but he's kind of stepping up a bit more, which I'm glad. But the worst thing was Rico Henry, quite late on in the half, got a flipping red card. Now, I don't know if it was a red or not. There was a covering player. I thought it was only a yellow. I thought it was actually going to be a yellow, because to be fair, sometimes you can tell if it's going to be a red because it's just a stupid tackle. But I don't think that was a red. I thought it was a yellow. But, you know, other people have their own opinions, and to be fair, it was just frustrating. But the thing is, you know, with 10 men, we actually took the lead. So, I mean, it's so surprising. This team, the Dutch team, didn't really come out second half. You know, it was kind of all us. And as you see, we do get a nice counter-attacking goal. Great ball through there, and good finish in the end, you know, past the goalkeeper. And obviously, Adams, he gets his second goal of this Europa League campaign. And to be fair, we weren't done there. 73rd minute now, coming down the wing. You know, we cut inside. Great play. As you see, just a good goal. Just what a goal that is. Cut inside. The thing is, there was no pressure on me, to be fair. Just after I took this player on, well, took 2 on and took 3 on. I mean, there was no pressure, you know. The centre-backs didn't come out to me. And in the end, it was quite a good finish, really. Quite powerful. Josh King brought him on from the bench. And obviously, you know, he did quite well when I've brought him on. But, you know, I wanted to try and get another goal. But, you know, it didn't happen. So, you know, in the end, we do win 3-1. We don't lose every game in the episode, which is kind of good. And as you see, we do get another injury, which is so frustrating. And, you know, because you hate injuries, don't you? You just don't like them because they just ruin your team a bit. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. And, guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!